Hello, good day, guys. My name is Nick, Technical Analyst with SuperForex. Today, we shall be looking at the technical analysis on the currency pair, the Eurozone, the Japanese yen. And first, we'll be talking about fundamentals before we move right down ahead to technicals, which is purely what we're seeing on the chart now. We have noticed that Euro JPY has faced barricades around 141.50 despite the ECB retrace for the policy tightening. Of course, Euro JPY has slipped after sensing a selling interest around 141.50 ahead of the Tokyo inflation, while Tokyo's headline CPI is seen at 4.4%, while the core CPI might scale to about 2.8%. Now, the ECB is constantly reiterating the need for further policy tightening to contain the inflation mess. Now, Euro JPY here, you already said it's facing pressure in extending its recovery move above the immediate resistance of 141.50 in the early Tokyo session. Now, the cross attempted a recovery below 141.00 on Wednesday after a massive sell-off move. And the euro has faced immense pressure after the release of the German IFO business climate January data. And of course, the data in line with the estimate at about 90.2, but higher than the former release of 88.6. Now, this has had much effect on the market. And on the Tokyo front, investors will be focusing on the release of the Tokyo inflation, which is scheduled for Friday. And the headline Tokyo Consumer Price Index CPI is seen higher at 4.4% versus the former release of 4.0%. Also, the core inflation that excludes oil and food prices is expected to increase marginally to 2.8% against the 2.7% that has been released. Now, what to expect to this on a technical aspect? We are seeing, of course, a strong pivot point to be 142.05, which is our pivot point. And our preference be that the downside prevails as long as the 142.05 pivot is resistance. And of course, alternative scenarios means that the upside breakout of 142.05 would call for 143.03 and 143.61. The RSI is way below 50, and the MACD is negative and below its signal line. Now, if we were to make an entry to this trade out of a very important support zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if possible breakout should happen from this, we are looking out for a new zone, which would be 200 pips from that entry point, of course, which is a good one. And that's our technical analysis on today's currency pair, Euro JPY. Now let's move over to the stock markets. Hi, welcome back, guys. And on today's stock market, we'll be having a look at Amazon. And e-commerce giant Amazon is scheduled to report on Thursday after the market close. And the street is looking to look for an EPS of 0.17 cents on revenue of $145.7 billion. Now, Amazon stock has performed strongly in recent days after the stock managed to break above an important technical resistance around the $90 handle. As a result, shares are now up over 21% year to date after hitting the lowest levels since way back March 2019. Now, investors are likely to focus on the growth of Microsoft instead. But for the last quarter, we had seen that Amazon reported $20.5 billion in AWS revenue, missing the $21.1 billion consensus after posting the slowest revenue growth since 2014, when Amazon started to single out results for the unit. Now, what are we to expect from this? We are looking out for at least a touch of this most recent support on 48.76 before a bounce back to the upside. We can say, of course, that Amazon has been really doing well, and the trend is going to continue that way. So Once it touches at 11 pips from your entry point, be ready to make a buy position, and your buy should be extended to the most recent resistance zone, of course, which is more like a double whammy here. We have it at 53.62 and close to 54.18. So we're to make our entry at this point and let it run up to that zone. You're looking at about 35 pips from that trade, of course, which is good money. Now, that's our technical analysis on today's stock market. I remain your host, Nick. Bye for now.